Ooh, welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is May the 20th, 2023. I need to clean this up first. Hold on, guys. Should have done that before I started the camera, but I didn't. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got some Friday Night SmackDown to talk about, and we heard that on AEW Rampage. Did you guys hear that? I don't know, but people are making bang bangs happening outside. I don't know what that is. That's just creepy. But ladies and gentlemen, we got some AEW Rampage to talk about here. We got, I didn't see what matches are happening, but I just know that they made some matches for Double or Nothing. So I believe they have 3 matches that got made. So first match that got made was Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie for the TBS Championship. And then we had the Firm, Ethan Page, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn versus the Hardy Party. Isaiah Cassidy, Jeff Hardy, and Matt Hardy in a 6-man tag team match. If Hardy Party wins, Matt Hardy will own Ethan Page's contract. We're still on that? We have Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho in a unsanctioned match that will be happening at AEW's Double or Nothing. We do have some updates for the women's tag team titles. Liv Morgan is going to be injured for quite a while, so they had to strip the championships off of Raquel and Liv Morgan. And we heard that in 2 weeks, there will be a fatal 4-way women tag team match for the women's tag team championships. It will be Raquel and a mystery partner versus Damage Control. I think Dakota Kai and Bailey or Io Sky and Bailey. We got Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, and we got Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. But we heard that next week on SmackDown, Damage Control, Io Sky, and Bailey will be versing Raquel and a partner of her choice. But the question is, this partner that's going to be facing Bailey and Io Sky on SmackDown, will she be teaming up with Raquel for the tag team titles on Monday Night Raw in 2 weeks? We will find that out and see what happens. Maybe we don't have to wait until Monday Night Raw, because maybe it won't be a return. Maybe it's not going to be a debut. I don't know who could be teaming up with Raquel. I forgot who's on the roster right now. But more update, we got a Raw Women's Championship match that will be defended at Night of Champions. We got Bianca Belair versus Asuka. This match got made on somewhere on the weekend or during the week. I almost said weekend, but I think it was during the week. Or it could be on the weekend that I totally forgot about it. And ladies and gentlemen, NXT Battleground, they just announced that we will see Dragunov versus Dijak in a last man standing match. I forgot to tell you guys that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there were some segments in SmackDown, not a lot of them. Cameron Grimes, Grayson Waller with his Grayson Waller effect. Nothing really happened there. He says that Seth freaking Rollins is going to win the World Heavyweight title. AJ Styles got pissed, and they just stare down. But looks like AJ Styles has another problem. Karen Cross problem. Because he just revealed the next target of his for him, and that's AJ Styles. And AJ has a World Heavyweight Championship match at Night of Champions next Saturday. Austin Theory came out. He talked about that. He beat up a whole bunch of legends, and there's one guy that he wants to talk about, and that's Sheamus. And Sheamus came out, he was about to say some words, but he didn't want to say words. He just broke kick Austin Theory in the face. What else do we have here? Let's talk about the beginning of SmackDown. We got Roman Reigns coming out. He got his famous words. He says the country, the city, whatever you want to call it, to acknowledge him. And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn came out. He was happy that because he was going to invite them. And he says, you could do two things: acknowledge me and put my titles down, because he thinks he's going to win at WWE's Night of Champions. Kevin Owens wasn't want to talk. He dropped his titles and he wants to fight. But Solo got in the way, got in front of Roman Reigns. Roman stopped Solo, Sami stopped Kevin Owens, and Roman had some words to say to Sami, and then Sami had some words to say to Roman Reigns. But Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got attacked by the Usos, but that wasn't the plan that Roman had. Because Jimmy was high-fiving everybody except for Roman. Roman puts his hand down and yells at him saying that's not his plan. He had an easy plan, but because it's his plan. And then when he was about to storm off, he accidentally bumped into Solo. Solo was looking at his arm because that's where he got bumped into. And Roman says, forget it, and he just walks away. I don't know what's going to happen here, but they joined a lot of things. And Roman kicked out the Usos out of his locker room when he had a talk with them. Usos is not having a great time with their tribal chief while they lost their tag titles. And ladies and gentlemen, Paul Heyman told the Usos before their match in the main event that they had to win their tag team match against LWO. We will tell you guys what happened on that when we get there. The first match of the evening, we got the in-ring debut of the Pretty Deadly versus the Brawling Brutes. Pretty decent match, not bad. But the winner of that match was a little trickery. Elton Prince? The blonde one is Elton Prince, right? I think so. He was tied up on the ropes, and the referee was distracted, I think with Butch. And then Elton untied himself, and they did the spill milk finisher. And then he ties himself back on the ropes, saying that we didn't do anything. We didn't disrespect your authority, referee. But ladies and gentlemen, Pretty Deadly gets the win. Then we had Asuka versus Zelina Vega, and Zelina did a good job, but Asuka beat Zelina Vega with a submission. But she wasn't letting go of the submission until Bianca Belair came out and Asuka ran away. And Bianca Belair was checking on Zelina Vega, and she saw Asuka trying to attack her behind. And then, no, we didn't see it, but when Bianca Belair was over the middle rope, she got sprayed with the mist. The blue mist. Not the green mist, the blue mist. But it didn't get into her eyes, but it was on her face and on her shirt. So, she's not blinded, but you know Asuka. Asuka loves that green mist stuff, the poison mist. Then we had the Street Profits versus the new tag team of SmackDown, LA Knight and Rick Boogs. It was a pretty decent match. Rick Boogs did a good job, but the winner of that match was the Street Profits. But LA Knight wasn't happy with Rick Boogs, and he attacked Rick Boogs. I think there's thunder. I think that's what you guys heard, the big bang. Because there's rain on the ground. I think there's a thunderstorm. I got scared, man. I don't like thunderstorms that much. And I don't have a dog to cheer me up, man. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Ladies and gentlemen, and then we had Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. You guys, the weirdest thing here, because people are saying that, oh, they're going to swap championships. The Raw Women's title and the SmackDown Women's title. Guess what? They didn't swap the titles yet. Even the NXT Women's Tag titles. They didn't vacate it. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn came out with the NXT Tag Team titles and NXT Women's Tag Team titles, and they're still NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Mike Rome just called them NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. They're still the champions. They didn't vacate it. They didn't do anything. And Bianca Belair is defending that title against a SmackDown woman here, Asuka, defending the Raw Women's Championship. Are they not going to change it? Are they not going to swap it? I don't mind if they don't swap it. But it's been a while since they, mostly when Vince McMahon was doing it, and when they get drafted, they do it on the draft. They do it on the draft day that they swap it. They do a little backstage and do a swap. But Rhea Ripley is on Raw and she shows up with the SmackDown Women's title. She's the SmackDown Women's Champion. The ring announcer announces her as the SmackDown Women's Champion. So, interesting. But the only title that they vacated was the NXT Women's Championship. I think it's because because this is their top title, and they're not going to go to NXT a lot, right? It's their top title for the NXT Women's Division, the NXT Women's title. It's their world title. So they don't want to make that title go away. Because they're not going all over the world like Raw and SmackDown, where they could come to Raw and SmackDown. I believe because Indy Hartwell went to Raw. That's why they vacated it, and because she's injured as well. She had her foot before she vacated the title. She had the boots and the crutch on. So I don't think did she have the boot? I think she had the boot. But she did have the crutches, and she was injured. And she went to Raw. Is their top title. Raw and SmackDown is the main roster women's championships. NXT Women's Championship is not the main main roster championship. That's NXT's main women's championship. Just like NXT title, I think they will vacate the NXT title if Carmelo Hayes went to the main roster. And North American title as well. So, maybe not North American title, maybe not the tag team titles. But I think they would, maybe because they need tag team titles. They have multiple tag teams in NXT still. And some people that could go for the North American title. So Alba Fire and Island Dawn won the match. And the two ladies that they versed was Yusa Leon and Valentina Perez. I thought one of them was injured. I guess she's not injured anymore. And they had their opportunity to be part of SmackDown. They're not on SmackDown, but they had their chance to be on SmackDown. That's pretty cool for them. They didn't get drafted, but they had a chance. They had to lose to Alba Fire and Island Dawn, but they still had a chance to be on SmackDown. Good for them. Then we had the Usos versus LWO. It was a pretty decent match. It was a great match. What am I talking about? It was a great match. But the winner of that match, thanks to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn attacking the Usos, the LWO finally gets a win. Because they've been losing a lot when they had this Judgment Day problem. Now they finally get a win. Oh my God. But ladies and gentlemen, that was a good SmackDown. The fans went nuts. The fans saying this is awesome. It was great. But ladies and gentlemen, let's see what happens next week on Raw and SmackDown. And the rest of the wrestling community. Because another week is going to happen. But if you guys enjoy... Oh, there's fireworks. Maybe that's why I was here. I don't think it's thunder. I think it's fireworks. That's pretty cool. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me today. Time is out. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I don't know if I said that already. That's all for me today. Time is out. Bye.